Let's just cut to the walk round, shall we? This is the bike of choice today. I am going full scooter mode. We're on the Honda FORZA 125. Let's have a look round it the usual way. But see, size of meter this. It's a big old scoot this. Right, so there's our close-up. I really like the blue and the silver. And if you look at this, comparing it to the size of a normal scooter, this looks massive. The twin shocks at the rear, suspension on it is really good. It's really nice and comfortable. I've been on quite a few ropey roads on the ride down here, and the suspension coped really well. No issues with that whatsoever. Impressive specs as well. We've got Nissan brakes at the back and a single disc Nissan at the front as well. We've got the side stand, which I think for ease and quickness is brilliant. And then we've got your centre stand. This is keyless, so you've just got to be near it with the key, but you twist that to turn it on, and then everything lights up. You've got your miles per hour on the outside, kilometres in the middle. That it tends to be standard for the UK spec bikes. We've got your rev meter on that side, and then your digital display. You've got fuel gauge, clock, temperature, total miles, and this is showing as 15,881. It rides like a brand new bike. Everything works exactly as it should. That's what you're going to get from these guys, isn't it? They're well known for the reliability, and this bike is just another example of that. Buttons on the left hand side, standard. We've got your indicators, horn, high low beam, and then your light flash. So on the right hand side we've got your engine start, we've got your hazard lights, and then we've got your engine stop start. So that's something I'll talk about in the test ride, but basically this has got what a lot of cars have. When you stop at traffic lights, the engine cuts out on you to save fuel, and that's the button that you can have it on or off. I've had it on. It feels a bit weird, I'll be honest, but you get used to it. Not a bench seat. It does step up, so you've got the lower part of the seat, which is for the rider. Really comfortable, loads of foam there, nice place to sit. And then we've got your passenger seat. Again, loads and loads of sponge there for them, really comfortable. And we've got some decent grab handles as well, so your passengers will be comfortable. We've also got the passenger foot pegs there as well. Clear lenses with your orange bulbs, nice little look. Now, nice and easy to get on because you've got this big gap there. You don't need to stretch your leg over the back of it. You can if you want, but you can step through it. Makes it easy. I'm kind of tiptoeing on this bike. Really comfortable though, really comfortable. So when you're riding, normal foot position, really comfortable. I keep saying it because it's true, but it's nice that when you're doing a long distance ride, you're not going to start getting all sore, because you can shuffle back a bit in the seat, and then you feel this bit of support here, because where the seat goes up, it just supports the bottom of your back. Then you can even stretch your legs out and use this part of your foot plate, which I think is really good. It's just a really nice bike for long distance riding, and you'll see if you follow me for the test ride, I'll show you exactly what I mean. Let me know in the comments if you've had one. Let me know what you think about this type of bike. Don't forget, if you're interested in more bike reviews, if you just want to kill 10 minutes of your day watching someone play on motorbikes, subscribe button. Cheers guys, let's go. Nice and easy, hassle-free riding. It's just rev and go. It's just cut out on me, and I'm thinking, oh, have I broke down? But no, it's got an automatic petrol saver on here. It's got the stop start function, so as soon as you touch, we're going again. How good is that? I really like that. That is something that you don't usually see on scooters. It's not something you see on most motorbikes unless you go for something really expensive. Gets to 30 miles an hour nice and quickly, so you're doing normal road speed really within a blink of an eye. You're certainly not going to be holding up traffic. And it does have like this air of being a bit of a cruiser about it. Your mirrors are quite far away, so you've got to make sure you set them, because setting them on the move will be a bit of a stretch, or it certainly will be for a shorty like me. But you just feel like you're on something that little bit bigger. Recently I've been on quite a few used bikes. Moto have been brilliant, letting me go on a couple of their bikes that they've got for sale. And when you're on a used bike, you can see the difference when you're on something by Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, one of the bigger makes. You can see a difference, because you can be on a bike that's 10 years old and yet the bikes themselves work perfectly. And this is just another example of that. This is a Honda, and Hondas, as we know, they're renowned for their reliability. Oh, look at that. Absolutely no fucks given whatsoever. Not looking at all. Nice one. So when you're on the car park, you've got to watch out for bus drivers who just clearly have got their eyes closed. Absolute mentals. Let's do a brake test while I'm here. So picks up speed nicely and stops really quickly as well. Now I did feel the ABS kicking in there as well, so the back wheel didn't lock, but I did feel the brake just doing what ABS does, which is just making the brake go on off very quickly to stop that wheel from locking, which is really good. And it stopped the bike nice and quickly. And look at the state, turning circle on this, turns like a push bike. You're gonna get enough speed out of it to do dual carriageways. You're gonna get probably 60 mile an hour. You might even get a little bit faster. It gets to 40 mile an hour quite sprightly, but it doesn't kind of throw you back or anything like that. It does it just really smoothly. It's just a comfortable bike. This is the type of bike that I would suggest would be perfect for somebody who is looking for a bike to commute to work, because you are going to be able to do quite a long journey and in quite a lot of comfort, to be fair. 3 horn works, but you're going to be able to do long journeys on this in comfort. But it's just easy, you know, you just twist the throttle, you don't have to worry about gears, so you don't have to be an experienced rider to jump on one of these. A CBT in the UK will be sufficient, but you're keeping up with traffic. Like you can see there, I'm keeping up with traffic. Nobody's right behind me because I'm holding up traffic, which is again the bonus of a 125 or bigger. The display's nice and clear, the dials, you know exactly where you are. Nice to see a fuel gauge on there as well. It's certainly fast enough for your town rides. It's fast enough for a spot of dual carriage weighing. I don't even know if that's a thing, dual carriage weighing. It's certainly fast enough anyway. You do feel really secure because it is quite a big bike, this. You don't feel vulnerable. It's quite strange me saying, but some 125s are quite small presence wise, so when you're on or sat on them and you're at traffic lights next to cars, you can feel a little bit small and intimidated a little bit, whereas this is quite big, so you don't get the same feeling. It is weird though when you stop at traffic lights and the engine cuts out on you, but I know it's all good because I've got me flashing get the same thing in the car when it stops. But it's just another way of saving money, isn't it? While I'm not burning any fuel, I am not spending any money, which is good. On the bends, now scooters have only got those little wheels, but it goes around the bends nicely. No complaints from me there. You can throw it around because of these small wheels. It does feel really like responsive. The slightest touch and you are moving from one side of the road to the other. and it feels really light as well. Whilst the bike is quite big, I accept a lot of it is just like plastic furring, so it's not really a really heavy bike, so it's easy to maneuver, it's easy to push around. Again, if you are somebody that rides a bigger bike and you're looking for a smaller bike, these scooters, they're brilliant, you know, as a second bike, something to just jump on. I do think, certainly us in the UK, we seem to be well behind other countries when it comes to scootering, because you go across to France, go across that little channel and everybody's riding around on these, and I can see why, because they're so easy to ride, they're very, very cheap to run, and for some reason in the UK it tends to be just what the 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds ride round on, and everybody else goes for something different, and it's just strange. Maybe when the congestion charges roll out everywhere, when those charges roll out everywhere across the UK, which it's coming, because I know it's on hold in Manchester, but it's coming. And I think then you might actually see a bit of an uptake in people buying scooters, because me included, I've got a car as well, but I'm not paying £10 a day to drive my car to work on top of the ridiculous fuel costs. That would just be obscene. £200 a month to get to work and back as an extra that I'd never had to pay for before, but I will do if this stupid congestion charge comes in. And they've already got one in London. I've seen quite a few towns across Europe have got something similar in place, and again, it's ridiculous, but a lot of motorbikes are exempt, certainly the smaller engine ones, so it's food for thought, isn't it, really? Let's save money. Anyway, as far as would I recommend it, 100% yes. It's a decent price for a bike that has been used, but it still rides like a new bike. It's still unbelievably comfortable. It's a decent option for somebody, this. And if you're interested, this is where it's currently for sale. It is at my favourite garage. I'm at Into Moto in Warrington. There's the contact details there, so you can not see because they put a cone there, but it's 01925 411 414. I like it. That's going to do me for today. Catch you on the next one.